Hey, so guess what I did? I fucked up my car again. Okay, so I'm going to take just a quick video of it showing it starting because I have a noise over in this area that I want to just seek out and see. Is it something scratching inside of my engine, or is it one of these pulleys here with a bad bearing? To give a little bit of insight as to what happened, it rained pretty hard here because of Hurricane Arthur. So, because of that, I guess we got not really much of a tail more than we did just storms being made from that plane. So, aside from having a really rough engine when I finally got home, I went through a bit of a deep puddle. I just blazed through it because I was trying in my I was panicking. I was trying to get home so I didn't get stuck someplace, and I ended up almost getting stuck because of this fucking puddle. So I'm going to just go ahead and turn it on and let you have a listen. Things that I've already done since in the aftermath so much is I replaced the oil with this crap, Valvoline Max Life 530. Not sure if that's, I don't know, it's the high mileage stuff. For engines over 75,000 miles, and as you, or anybody that has been following me should know, I have a little bit of an issue so much as my car has over 150,000 miles as has been purchased. As it was purchased. Blech. Oh my god. I'm not editing this. Fuck it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. So, this stuff is what I used, and I used about 4 quarts of it. 1, 2, 3.5. So I should probably add a little bit more. I'll probably add about half another quart, and I'll do that. But I want to just show you what it sounds like right now. Yeah. I'll show you what it sounds like right now, and maybe someone can give me a little bit of insight. Already I know that I have a crack here now in my exhaust header. Right between cylinders 2 and 3. So I'm not exactly sure how that happened. But now I have that issue, and now I have a check engine light, and I'm not sure if it's because of that or what. It seems to still sort of be solid, but I don't know if that's causing a loss in pressure, and that's giving me some issue or what, and I don't know. So, let's start her up. There's a camera right here, so you get a good shot, and it's not focusing on that. Okay, good. So, that's what I'm hearing. I really think that it's coming from one of these two pulleys back here, from either the power steering, or it also could be this pulley right here, which I would guess would be either for an oil or water pump. I guess. I'm really clueless. I just don't want the thing to seize up on me. I'm going to drop a couple, I'm going to do a little bit of a couple sprays of some white lithium grease and see if that helps any. If it does, then I'll know that it was one of those. But I really want to make sure that I didn't hydraulic up one of my 4 cylinders and fuck up my rings or valves. So I'm having someone come over to take a look at that. My big issue though is that crack in the exhaust, because now that means that I have some sort of an exhaust issue. And that's going to be quite a big issue for probably the O2 sensor down there. I guess that's an O2 sensor. It's the pre-cat one. And there's one after the cat in the back. But yeah, things that I've done so far is new oil filter, which is this, the Fram one that I found in my car. So I did not have to pay for an oil filter this time around. Hopefully I put it on right. I did it hand tight, because if you don't do it hand tight, then you're not doing it right. You didn't do it right. However the hell it goes. I had to dry out my airbox there, and the filter I had to leave out in the sun for a couple days. In the meantime, I did use the dry filter from the corpse to do testing, and I found out that I had no misfire there, so I did replace the spark plugs. It was like $12 at the end of the day for some platinums. The ones that I originally had in here were iridiums. I don't know if I have those over here or not. I guess not. Yeah, but I threw those away because those had some had nice brownish orange rings on the bottom of the porcelain, and that's one of those, I don't know if it's called blowback or what, but that's not a happy sign for them. So I got rid of those immediately, citing that I probably didn't need the issue if they were going to just die on me within the next whatever. And I've only had them, again, for like 4,000 miles, and they're like that. So I'm happier off knowing that I have some reliable NGK Platinum, because these are NGKs that I put in here. They're NGK something Platinum V, Platinum whatever the frig, VI, I don't know what the hell they are, but they're Platinums. I'm happier with those than I would be the iridium ones, I guess. I didn't really need that much for it anyway. This thing doesn't isn't like, oh my god, performance, so I'm not going to probably see too much of a change. One thing I am going to do when my gas does run low is I'm going to put some injector cleaner in because of crap. Other things that I've done since the last videos that I made was I replaced the fuel pressure regulator here with the one from the corpse, and I also had to fix my fuel leak, which I did find, which was down underneath. It was the overfill line going back up to the fuel filler neck. The piece of pipe that the hose was connected to had 2 little pinholes in it, and I just wiggled it at that spot, and that piece fell off. I was able to stretch the hose enough over to cover that up, and I used 2 new pipe clamps to clamp it on. So that's not going anywhere for quite a while. I would hope a few years, because I don't have the tools or the pipe or the line necessary to fix that issue. And it took me a couple days to figure that out. I mean, I had this thing up on ramps. I will probably put a picture here of it up on a ramp. That way you can see that I'm not lying. I actually had it up on ramps with everything going, and I was doing shit underneath it. So, that's that, I guess. And I'm really hoping that my engine is okay, because the coolant level is still the same as it was. I'm not losing coolant. into the tank, into the oil. I am going to fill this up a little bit more with more oil though, because I really do need to make sure that I didn't fuck anything up. Plugs and wires are still good, and again, I did have to clean out the distributor cap. The 4 contacts were so corroded, probably from getting water on them. So I cleaned them up with what little bit of a wire brush that I could. I ended up taking some steel wool to them and just cleaning them up, and oh my god, it went from misfiring to every single fucking time I was getting a spark. So there is definitely some action happening there with the water, and I'm hoping that it didn't get into anything else. If it got into the cap, it means that it could have also gotten into the rotor, which means it also got into the crankcase, which is a good reason that I did the oil then. But I'm hoping that I didn't hydraulic up any of the 4 valves or anything, because not the 4 valves, 4 cylinders, because then I would have wrecked a valve seal or possibly piston rings, and I could now be could well be burning oil. Yeah, I'm not having too much of a good day, or a good weekend even. This is the 4th of July weekend too, so that's why I'm really angry about this. We got here high pressure cap for the thing, low pressure cap should be someplace. Anyway, that's the high pressure cap for my air conditioning system. There's low pressure cap. Okay, so that means that everything's happy there. Ooh. Probably keep that cap on, too. Let's keep those caps on, because I heard a hissing noise when I took that off, and I don't want to hear hissing noises. I want my air conditioning to work. So let's continue making it work. Yeah. Excuse me. I guess the only other thing that I want to do is I want to see that my alternator is still running, so that means that's a definite good sign. But I might have to replace the power steering pump. I think that's what's going. If that's the deal, I'll just use the one from the other one, because that one has no foreseeable issue, as far as I can tell. Still smells like power steering fluid. Or what should be power steering fluid, I would guess. And my brake fluid, use only .3. This is one of those pop-off ones. It is still brake fluid. Albeit a little dark, but I'm not sure if that's the right color. And look, I've got an extra diagnosis port under here. That's really nice. Yo, diagnosis, yo. Is this the old OBD1 style? There's a pinout. For those of you playing at home. Okay, so I'm not sure what that is, or if that's a Toyota thing. But I mean, most of the stuff in this is still sort of original. I mean, I've still got the original Denso cap. I'm not sure if the rotor's still good, but it seems to be. So I'm going to replace this header here, and I'm probably going to do it. Come on, fucker. Over here with the corpses. This is still good, or it looks to be. Probably gonna have to get a new gasket for up there and a new gasket for the other side. So it doesn't look like I need to weld anything, just need to put a small jack underneath to make sure that pipe doesn't go anywhere. All in all, this looks like a simple fix for that. I have a torque wrench to tighten down nuts if need be, and I think I'm set otherwise. Then I've got even another cap here that I can use that hasn't gotten water in it that I can use. If I so chose to, I could just put that one on. That one's even more original than mine. Actually, that one's older than mine, I think. It's a different plastic color. I mean, I've got parts galore here that I can take, including the transmission is still good. And that's like $600 by itself, scrap, I think. Just to buy that from a scrapyard. So, shit, I lucked out with that. Got some old washer fluid in there. I've got to siphon out, and it's been sitting out. I don't know if I want to use that. There's definitely parts. See, there's my old one. There's definitely something happening wrong there. I don't know. I've got sensors galore. I've got wires and plugs and connectors and shit. Wiring harness I could probably still even use. I mean, I'm good. I am A-okay good. I've got shit going. Just need to consolidate it all into like a box or something, or a crate. Market 96 Corolla parts. Do not lose. I really hope I get out of this pretty unscathed. I mean, I still have under the other cowl, which is completely ruined now. I've got belts, and there's my other power steering pump. That one's actually in a hell of a lot better condition than the other one, and it's not leaking or anything. I think the other one has a very small leak, but I could be wrong. There's an extra O2 sensor. That's actually the original out of the other one. I replaced the other one thinking that was going to fix my fuel issue, so I think if I put that one in, if I ruined the other one, that should still work. I think. It's been just been sitting here underneath the hood doing nothing, so under the assumption that it hasn't gotten contaminated from something, which I really find unlikely, I think I should be okay. The other thing that I'm having an issue with, they probably want to replace this ground wire here, which is grounding the engine to the frame. Probably going to replace that with a bigger wire, only because. And I don't know, I just wanted to give it a decent ground wire, because I really don't like that too much. And we'll see what happens. I just want to make sure everything's nice and happy for it, and want to make sure this fucker the other fucker lasts. Not on this engine, but I mean on the other engine. I'm going to replace this wire with a different one. I'm going to get it made. And I've still got coolant in my air conditioning system here that I can recover and reuse, I guess, if I so chose to. I've got a free refill on coolant here, I guess. Got motor mounts and stuff. At least one of my motor mounts I can reuse. The other two I'm not so sure. I mean, I'm good. So, that aside, I think that's about the end of the video. Now gone on for about 17 minutes, 50 seconds. So I'm going to stop it here. Got a comment? Leave a comment. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Or you'll see me next time.